Hey everyone, Draco Prime 220 here, and this is going to be my review with spoilers of episode 5 of season 2 of Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Just right off the bat, this family can't catch a break. The Randa family can't catch a break at all. What I'm going to start off with is the human drama, the emotion is really good. Like I said before in my previous reviews, if the MonsterVerse films had the same amount of human emotion, I really think people wouldn't mind the human scenes. I'll be honest, the first, few minutes I was tearing up. We open up with Hiroshi finding Lee's letter to Kay, and he's not too thrilled. He's pretty upset, and he believes, that Kayako, his mother, betrayed his father, and it's just long story short, he really feels like it's her fault, and he feels like abandoned, and this might explain why he did, in a way, the similar thing. But Lee Shaw drops some knowledge that you can't change the past. You gotta do right to make a better future. It was just an emotional roller coaster ride, and it did not stop. Monarch, the head director of Monarch is saying, we gotta listen to Apex, and they even say about the last episode, there is no Titan. Titan X was not heading to San Francisco. He was heading for, she's heading for, oh my god, I can't say the name of the place. It's in South America. And it's basically due to Opening Access Monday that she wasn't due to South America until 2023. But due to them waking her up early, she's moving ahead of schedule. I do appreciate how Monarch is trying to say, Apex is bad news. And I like the fact, in Godzilla vs. Kong with Apex, we're just introduced to them, and already, they're like the cliche evil corporate business, shady business company, doing evil things. Here in the show, they actually expand upon, we can't cross these guys. We're literally putting our heads on the chopping block. I do like that the shows take the time to expand certain things. Apex, I can't stand them. Speaking of Apex, oh my god, Cora, I think that's her name, Cora, the computer hacker. Of course, she's with Apex, and I'm thinking, she's thinking, oh, we could prevent another G-Day, but Lee Shaw is they can prevent one, and they can make one. It's just whoever is holding the leash. And I'm thinking, oh, giving me more of a reason to hate these guys. And when Cora was arguing with them, saying we're trying to do something right, I'm thinking one word: gullible. Gullible with a big fat G. Heads up, there is no Godzilla, but big guy might be showing up in episode 6 next Friday. So, Friday night, or Thursday night when it comes out, I'm not going to watch it till Friday, because one thing I'm going to say is just a little weird to me, is that they say it's coming out every Friday, but it comes out every late Thursday night, so I won't be making a review of episode 6 until maybe Friday or Saturday. I'm just doing it now because everyone has pretty much seen it. I'm just going to say episode 6 sounds like it's going to be a big one. and I don't think the emotions are going to stop. And actually, I'm not upset that Godzilla hasn't shown up yet. I like how they're building up to him. Like, little photos, little talks here and there about the big G-Man, leading to episode 6, him showing up. Because the description, I did read that they're trying to call Godzilla, and it leads to an event they could not foresee. So, yeah. Is it going to be Lee Shaw and Keiko's fault for Godzilla coming to Tokyo? I don't know. We gotta wait to see how the episode plays out next week. I'm really excited to see what happens in episode 6, because I'm getting the feeling from 6 to 10, it's just gonna be non-stop action. Almost. I shouldn't say all the way, but like, I think there's gonna be a lot more action than there is now. Because think about it, Godzilla's gonna have a confrontation with Titan X, then Kong is. And we have yet to see that internet-breaking monster show up, or whatever it is. Also, one thing, wasn't Amber Midthunder supposed to be in the series? I remember reading somewhere that Amber Midthunder, the girl, the lady from Prey, was supposed to be in here, and she hasn't shown up yet. She must be someone very important if she hasn't shown up yet. Now, back to and of course, getting back to the story, they go to South America where that village was that they found in the past in episode 1, and it's revealed that the people left because of Monarch and Apex moving in, and they didn't like being, as the one lady put it, they don't like being put under a microscope. I am actually, like, the whole idea of sabotaging, the whole controlling of the Titan X, and I'm like, didn't these, like, okay, we dropped the atomic bomb on Godzilla, didn't kill him, made him stronger. Why, I know it's the message of humans' folly, humans' hubris, consequences is that nature is going to retaliate. But you would think, they'd be like, if they were so smart, why don't they stop to think, is there any possible chance this can backfire? Could we actually be making the situation worse than what it is? I'm surprised no one thinks of that. The only one that still had a brain was Korra, the computer hacker. And I'm like, why is she the only real smart one of Apex? She's even like, even though I was a little upset with her that she was going through with the plan, I'm like, man, at least she's like realizing there's some issues with this plan of how it can go. And that one guy, the one dude that I don't know his name, he took the stuff and left them. And honestly, I was actually hoping some of the Apex people would be caught. And ironically, it was Korra and that other lady who was controlling the baby Leafwing in the previous episode, which I was just like, like, seriously, that's like putting a microchip on a puppy and making it like you're forcing it to sit or forcing it to fetch. You don't do that. When are humans going to realize you can't control nature? And speaking of nature, Titan X finally shows up, but not before a giant stampede of scarabs. Lee is trying to get back. He gets hurt, and then they just run all over him, and I'm like, oh my god, that one, probably you're gonna hurt like hell, but man, is that terrifying, having these shelled, tentacly, toothy, spiky things crawling over you just to get to the ocean, to Titan X. I'm like, oh my god, if I wasn't hurt, if that was me, And if I wasn't hurt, I'd be screaming. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. I'd be screaming, and then probably I'd be like, I'm never gonna eat seafood again. But here's where the interesting thing comes up. Kate actually starts to hear this sound, and then Titan X slowly emerges out of the water and is staring her down, and she looks like she's in a bit of a trance. And I think a lot of people I've seen on YouTube have said we believe that they believe that there is a mental connection between them. I think there is too, because Titan X was actually showing a gentleness, and that's the weird thing. And Titan X has not been a threat, hasn't really gone out of its way to hurt people. I don't know. I'm kind of surprised, because the way the trailers, and I know trailers can be misleading, the trailers made Titan X like she was going to be the big bad, the monster that would just be rampaging and destroying things. No, she actually has like this motherly nature to her. And like when she's looking at Kate, she's looking very, you can tell, I know it's hard because she's more reptilian, you can't really tell her emotions except when she's like angry, and of course those teeth, but I didn't see no viciousness. And I'm actually wondering, what was what were they like? If there's a connection, could they hear each other's thoughts? I don't know. But and then they actually do get the drone to jab into one of her tentacles, the control. I felt sorry for Titan X. Like, she's like going like this, her arms going, her tentacles, like she's like can't control it, and I'm like, I felt sorry for her. I'm very impressed with this show where it can make you feel sorry for the monsters and the humans. And it does lead to Titan X flipping out. And like I said, there's going to be spoilers in this. Hiroshi dies. It was very hard to watch. Because in the opening, Hiroshi actually meets Kintaro when he was born, and sings. But before that, he's talking to, I think, his daughter, and there's a song. I cannot say the name of the song, and I do not want to say it because I don't want to be disrespectful and missay it. And they were singing the song, and then at the end, when Hiroshi is starting to die, and they're singing it, and I was just heartbroken. I actually teared up and cried. I have to give praise, and I have to give credit where credit is due, where the people of this show, both the writers, directors, actors, they pull it off perfectly. And this is what I think the MonsterVerse needs to be. A good balance of monster action, some scares, and some good human emotion. If they do the future MonsterVerse films like this, sorry, I just got done having an early supper. I'm sorry. If they do it like this, I don't think people would mind the monster scenes. I don't think they would. But yeah, it was a very hard scene to watch, and it was really pulling on my heartstrings. And how it ends is Kintaro does not look thrilled. I am just hoping he doesn't blame Kate. I'm hoping he doesn't. Because it's Apex's fault. And I hate Apex even more. I despise them with an immense passion. Randa's family cannot catch a break. And that's just sad. And knowing what's coming in episode 6, things are about to go from bad to worse. They're going to get worse before they get better. My Deepest apologies to the Randa family. Yeah. Yeah, things are going to get worse before they get better. And we don't even know how this season's going to end. And also this internet-breaking surprise. What's it going to be? And we're probably going to get a season 3, I'm guessing. But I think we're going to get that Lee Shaw series first. Yeah, we're going to probably get the Lee Shaw series first, and then probably a season 3. Oh, this is a shout out to someone I think called The Real Kumunga and Cad Bane on X. They are trying to make Aware to Legendary and Apple TV and the MonsterVerse in general to bring in Ebera, Kamakiris, and Kumunga into the next season. So if you would like to see those guys appear, spread the word, share, go on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, and go help them out, support them, and maybe it will pay off. Just give it a try. If you want to, just it's up to you. But if you want to see them bring in some familiar faces, just go help out Real Kumunga and Cad Bane, okay? I'd have to say one more thing about this. I'm really excited to see what happens next, and I'm also worried. Kudos for making me worry about the human characters, because for the most part, I really don't care about them. For the most part, except for a couple ones that really stick out that I really do connect with. But yeah, I give this episode an 8.8 out of 10. Good story, good emotion, and some interesting things where Titan X is returned, where Titan X is concerned. I will be making a review of episode 6, but next week, run or bow. That's all I'll say. Because a certain big fella is going to be heading to Japan. So, I'm looking forward to that one. Well, until next time, I am Draco Prime 220, signing off.